This is the Compsand Forum for WMDs at Cerritos College in Norwalk, California.
And this essentially can be ridden just the way it is. It's plenty strong enough right now. Weighs 4 pounds. And the idea is now at this point is just to waterproof this. And what you end up with at the end is really nice looking bamboo composite. And this board right here weighs this is about the same weight as a standard surfboard. This one's kind of overbuilt, and can't hurt it at this weight. We've also built them a lot lighter than this. Built them down to about 4.5 pounds. And at that point, you can dent them a little bit. Yeah.
I was just going to
4-ounce carbon deck and bottom. This one right here is a 4-ounce glass with nothing underneath the bamboo on this one. This one has a 6-ounce underneath the bamboo and a 4-ounce under the bamboo on the bottom. This one's going to be around for longer than any of us.
You sacrifice flexibility, that was all.
You sacrifice flexibility, but there's some things that I'll get into in a minute about flex. But the 5-pound foam is so tough. I mean, you almost virtually can't squeeze it on the rail. So the idea is that you don't have to reinforce the rail much. And talking about flex, reinforcing the rail is where you kill the flex in a board. If you coat, everybody here knows what a leaf spring is? Okay. If you tied the leaves together, it wouldn't flex at all. But because they just hold them together with a strap, they're able to flex independently, all this. So essentially, with this, because we put the minimum amount of glass on the rail, and all the glass is, all the strength is concentrated in the skins, then it allows the board to work like a leaf spring.
The unit versus the woven stuff. You guys are using the woven stuff, the 6-ounce of for your veneer.
These two backings. I'm going to do one 5-ounce, which is going to be a bottom, and then I'm doing a deck with a 4-ounce. And this is your typical short board, kind of your average board. It's not getting too fancy with carbon fiber or anything. And I'm going to be laminating this with our Research CE resin. And the reason it's blue is that it's an optical brightener, and it also has a UV absorber in it, which optical brightener and UV absorber have no reason to be used in a backing, but you know, that's what we brought, so. The optical brightener is put in there to make the resin appear to be whiter, and the UV absorber is so that it will protect the substrate, which in this case would be wood. It could be foam, whatever's underneath your laminate. This is essentially a really stiff resin, the CE. We have 4 different resins, which the CE is based on 2000. So we have 4 different resins. We have 1980, 2000, 2020, and 2040. So the flex characteristics of the finished board has to do with which resin you use and which combination you use. Because this is the deck, and this is going to be the bottom. I'm actually going to slide, do them on top of each other, because you know, if I get a little resin underneath, it doesn't matter.
The deck always heavier?
Generally, you know, the deck's always been heavier on surfboards because of the impact that they take. So I'm going to put a little bit more on the deck. The board down there on the end, that's 4-ounce carbon fiber under both sides. But that's for flex return on impact specifically. So again, it depends on what you're building. If I'm building a pro board, I'm looking to maximize performance. I'm maximizing flex return. I'm maximizing flex. I'm not worried about impact strength so much.
Right. What about if there was carbon just on the top and nothing on the bottom?
If I can put carbon on the top and nothing on the bottom, that's a little bit balanced towards, you might see it buckle a little easier on the bottom because there's nothing there. So, but you know, you could do a carbon unidirectional on the bottom, which we've actually talked about doing, saving some weight.
Cups, 8-ounce cups. 8-ounce cups, 4-ounce cups. 4-ounce cups, 2-ounce cups. Everything's a 2-to-1 ratio. It makes it real simple on mixing the resin and proper ratio.
So you don't ever use a scale to weigh it out?
No,
No, the cups were really great. And the sticky stuff dispenser is like $300, I think.
So food
Pretty
grinding
nice.
is about $1,000.
Two grinders about $1,000. Usually we use additive F in all our laminated, but in this case we really don't need it because this is going inside the board.
What was that you put in there? What was that you put in there?
Usually we use additive F in our laminates,
And what is that?
which is a surfacing agent, and it actually enhances bond between layers. Which, if you do polyester boards, surfacing agent is 55.
Sheet metal. And that is an option. What you have to do is buy. We have a local sheet metal available. It comes in 3 millimeters, about 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, and 1/2 inch. And you could take that and bend it around the rail, and then get that together, and basically
Really got nailed a few times, really good and hard. Didn't break or do anything weird. Great.
What pound core did you use on that? Use a like a 1.5 or did you use a 2 pound?
That was 2 pound.
2 pound?
Yeah. And for Hawaii, for a gun, yeah, you use 2 pound because 2 pound structurally it's just way better. It's just a whole lot stronger.
You don't need a bend even with your 1.5 pound?
No, I never used that.
A lot of you guys that you play lock for
At the same time you put it down, you'll see it's just so much easier. I mean, this step right here is nothing. I mean, it took 10 minutes maybe to do both sides, and I'm not really in my environment. So I can do them in probably, certainly between 5 and 10 minutes I can do each board. And then when I cut my parts before I do the vacuum bagging, everything's got backing on it. It's all put together so that it's not going to split on me, and it's not going to do anything funny when I get ready to vacuum bag. Vacuum bagging is you want to make everything as simple as possible before you vacuum bag, because vacuum bagging, there's so many pressures when you're actually you start working on it. Because I got to get it in the bag, and I got to get it wet, and I got to get it. There's all these things to do. The last thing you need is glass moving around inside, and resin dripping everywhere because you got too much or too little glass. It's better just to do this. It takes a couple minutes, and then everything's put together. And